Hey there guys, so this video is a more serious video on Warwick. My last one was a bit of a jokey one, but this video is a serious one on why I think Warwick is a very underrated jungler. So first one, his ban rate is 1%, so barely gets picked. Barely gets banned, and his pick rate is 3%, so not that many people actually play him. And he's got a win percentage of about 52% in season 11.2. So let me go to my runes, which obviously last video I made a joke about it. So I run precision and sorcery. So this one, when you hit the enemy 3 times, it does damage between 40 and 180 AD, obviously based on level. So it's a really good one for Warwick. You can get in when you get that quick attack, you get the 3 hits in really quickly, and it makes them more vulnerable for between 8 to 12% for 6 seconds. Really good one. Takedown restores 12% of your missing health and additional granted, so it's always good, because this big thing with Warwick is that his Q and his R gain his health back, and there's so many items out there that let you gain back health. So this is why I think he's OP, because you can build him up. I built him up to like 3,500 health, armor, magic resistant, and you can go in and you can stay in these fights, and when you're low you go back into the jungle, smite, Q, wolves or whatever it may be, and you're back at full health again. I don't really know what this one does properly, so we'll skip that one. And then last stand deal 5 to 11% increased damage to champions while you're below 60% health, max damage gained at 30% health. So you get 60% at 60% health, you get an increase of 5% damage, and then when you go below 30, which with Warwick you're in the action, you do get that, and it does help quite a bit. And then you've got, so this one's really good, all movement speed bonuses are 7% more effective on you and gain 1% movement speed. So when you buy your boots, you can buy Desmond plates, I think it's called. You get health, you get armor, and you get 5% movement speed. With this 7% you can fly around the map, you have so much fun, you can go from top to bottom really quick, really helpful for ganking. And then this one, you get an extra 25% movement speed when in the river. So you gain 25% and an adaptive bonus of up to 18 attack damage or 30 ability points based on level when in the river. And with me being a jungler, I spend most of my time running between the river to get from top to mid or from mid to bot, so it's really helpful. Then offensive, 10% more attack speed, helps with the press the attack, bit more damage, and then obviously your defense. That's really helpful. So some of the items, so I use mob fire, but Warwick has that ability that you can turn him into a tank, or you can turn him into an attack damage champion. So you can start off, I always go for the sunfire, so I'll bring it onto the screen for you guys so you can see, just as a couple little quick ones. So I use this one, sunfire. This is my first item I buy. It gives you magic resistance, gives you armor, and gives you health. It's perfect for getting in low level. You have a bit more health to jump in, and like I said before, you get your Q in and you gain your health back. After that, I tend to go for boots. Obviously it depends. This is a rough guide. I see people go, oh, you should buy this. It all depends on the game. So I think my latest video I posted, their team had more ability power, so obviously for that you go down the more buying the like these ones are magic resistant. Yeah, nice 55 magic resistant. So it all depends on the game. For me, I try and build a bit of both. I try and be the more tankier player on the team, but he has that ability where you can get like this, like the blades run 40 attack damage, 25 attack, and 12% lifesteal. Death dance again, attack damage, again attack damage. There is items out there like you can make him either a tank, or you can make him full on aggressive, high damage. So it all depends on how you like to play and the opposition you're playing against. I always try and judge it off the game, because it's a bit hard for me to say now. You should always go for thingy, you should always go armor, but then obviously if the team's more magic resistant, you go more to magic resistant items. So it all depends on it. You'll see in my last video that I went more magic resistant, and you'll see how much that paid off towards the end of the game. We're 40 minutes in, and I can stay in the battles and not take as much damage as normal, and gain the health back through my arm, through my Q, like I always say. And I think he's one of the underrated champions on on League. So yeah, he does this one, I do my separate one. I think my one's, he uses, well, you can see this. Oh, this is for top lane anyway, so I'll just ignore that. And then we'll go onto this pitch. So let's say you're starting off blue. So my go-to blue is I go red buff. So I always ward. I ward the little bush there if I'm on, let's call it blue side. I always ward that little bush, or I ward that bush just for my teams, just depending on which one. And then I go red, go over to here, and then I jump over to blue, go to Grump, smite my hit the wolf, smite the big wolf. Then it gives me time to go into jungle, get the whatever it is, that little creature, the crab in the middle, and then from there I can either attack a gank top or mid, depending on how they're doing. I probably tend to do more mid, because as I run down, if I can get good damage and send him back, then I'll try and get that one down there, and then it gives me the advantage to go back, or to go down and get their ADC or their support. So it's a really good, that's how I play it. I always find Raptors always sort of do more damage on Warwick earlier on in the game, so I don't tend to start doing them until I've got like my first full item. And then this Crux I always do as well. So I'll go there, come down, get this, and then do Krugs, then probably go back and I can buy my first like either 1100 item, which is here. So you can see the little shield on your left hand side, that's a 1500, and then the fire is 1100. So obviously it depends on what you have. I always tend to buy one of them two when I go back. And then if you start in red side, I go my favourite one is this blue one. My favourite ward is this blue bush here. It's this bush here. You ward there, and if you have like a Thresh or a Blitzcrank and you try and hide in there, you can jump, bring him out. We've done that once, it works. You get a nice early kill, starts you off good. But if you're going for like forest, I go blue, then to Grump, wolves again, smite the big one, then I go to my red buff, my Krugs, and then I go frogs again, and then either gank top or bottom. But I know my win rate doesn't show sort of the best in Warwick. See, like, just go through a couple games for you quickly on my match history. So you can see like 3 and 4, not too good. 7, 5 and 12. I've built armor there. Let's see if we can have a quick view of their team. So attack damage, AP, but that's team modes, so it doesn't really matter. Their junglers, you can see, was 3 and 9. At one point they were like 1 and 5, so I tried to go away from them. And then the two big ones were Yon and Yasu, and they both do attack damage. So that's my reasoning for going armor, magic resistant armor, build up a little bit for everyone there, more armor and then more armor. So that's that game. We'll go this 10, 6 and 20. Not a bad game that. So you can see I get armor, and attack damage. So their team must have mainly been attack damage, ability power, but we fingered them out. And then I think their big one was these two. So you buy a lot of armor, I can cover Cassia, whatever her name is. So she's 17 and 10, so she's going to do high damage, and so is Master Yi. So there's that one. And then let me see if I can find that other game for you. Here it is. So this is what I'm saying, when you play Warwick, you can change up how you play. So you can see, I can see you've got the Luden's Tempest, as it's called now, there, and then they've got Death Cap, and then they've got attack damage and attack damage. So I mainly went, because they've got 3 there, look, 14 kills, 20 kills, 8 kills, so they're going to be their big part of their attack damage. So I went for attack damage there. That was my last item I bought, because I bought just magic resistant first, as you can see. Well, to be fair, I bought a bit of each, but mainly magic resistant. And this is what I'm saying with Warwick, is that you can change him up so easy how he plays. So you can go tank armor, you can go tank magic resistant, you can go attack damage, and it's fun to play because he's got that speed to him. So this guy, if this helped you in any way, just leave a comment down below. Remember to leave this video a like. Yeah, and if you enjoyed, I hope you did enjoy. I hope you all have a good day, and we'll see you all later.